Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing. Sorry. Scratchy throat. It's been like that all week. I'm sorry. Um, um, Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing another scary movie review. If you guys couldn't tell by the title, it's gonna be a review on the Pope's Exorcist. I know I'm a little late on this movie review. Forgive me on that. I can't remember why. It came out April 14th. April 14th. I think I was sick or something. I can't really remember. April was not a very good month for me. I was off and on. But anyway, the lighting, I know it kind of sucks, but if you can kind of see, my mom bought me these curtains, these galaxy curtains, that I could have on my ceiling. I did not expect my room to be this dark. So from now on, since I have like the Milky Way curtain on my ceiling, if you guys didn't watch my Chucky review doll video, that is why. If you guys hate it, please comment down below. But if I'm being frankly honest, this is how it's gonna be from now on, because honestly, my mom and I went through hell putting these up, and honestly, I really like it. But other than that, let's get into the review. The Pope's Exorcist. I went after work today. Today I worked, and normally I really don't like to do anything else right after work unless I absolutely want to, like shopping. Most time I do like shop after work, including if I know there's an item somewhere across Kennewick, Richland, maybe fucking Pasco, that I really want, like a horror figure or a Spider-Man figure or a horror movie, Marvel movie, DC movie, whatever. But other than that, today, honestly, I have been posting a lot of things. Like, this past week was my Chucky doll review, which I'm very happy to get that out finally. I posted 2 pictures of new Universal Monsters figures I just got, which I'm gonna post out later on this weekend, which I'm very excited to do that too. Which there's 3 movies that I'm gonna review. This one, which I'm soonly about to talk about. Evil Dead Rise, which I'm gonna go see that tomorrow, so there will be a review video about that tomorrow. And Peter Pan and Wendy. Yes, so far this whole complete channel is horror. I will agree with you guys there. But, and one Marvel prop / I will say fairy tale item. But I am trying to get to my other fairy tale movies and props, because I am a Disney fan, and I do want to show that on my channel. That I do want to show my Disney fairy tale props on my channel. My fairy tale movies, like most of them are Disney, like Pirates of the Caribbean, the Johnny Depp version of Alice in Wonderland, and so on. So yes, I am going to do a review of Peter Pan and Wendy. Um, will it be tomorrow since the movie drops tomorrow? Probably not. It will probably most likely be Saturday. So, because I rarely like to drop 2 videos in one fucking day. So, there's that. But other than that, let's just get into the fucking review. Um, as I basically waited too long to go see this movie, I will not do a spoiler-free review. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen it by now, because if you guys are parents and have kids, that's understandable. I can relate to that. I'm not a parent myself. I'm an uncle. So half of my money goes to my niece. Um, I rarely go to the movies. But anyway, the Pope's Exorcist. I will. This will be a spoiler video review. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, and if you're waiting for it to go to Redbox or Amazon Prime, whatever, then click away now. The Pope's Exorcist. I did do a review on the trailer. Like I was trying to do a review for Peter Pan and Wendy, but clearly Disney blocked anybody to do a review for their trailer because they don't want to hear negative shit. The Pope's Exorcist, I will admit, when I did do my review, I was being honest as I could for the review. When I first saw it, my mother was excited. I was actually shocked because it was the other way around. I was not excited for a horror movie, and she was. I'm like that. Okay, that's weird. First of all, second of all, after she watched it, she's like, "Cool." Is that She actually didn't watch it. She was hearing the video because when I was watching the video, she was driving the car to go pick up my sister from work. And she's like, "Oh, cool. Is that a new horror Exorcist movie? Is that a new horror movie?" She sounded all excited. She was. It sounded like she was ready to watch it with me. I'm like, it looks stupid. It looks like a waste of time. It looks like another dumb Exorcist movie. And I totally did what she does with me. I basically wrecked, put it in the ground for her, wrecked out her excitement for it. And because normally for me, when I try to do that, because when it comes to like Scream or Chucky, or basically hang on. Because when I tried to do that, like for Scream or Chucky or fucking whatever, of horror characters that I like Michael Myers, him to add, my mom basically rips the excitement out of me because okay, I'm a movie nerd. I basically look in every movie, Marvel, DC, horror, freaking whatever I'm into, and and I dig in. I dig in the movie. Where it actually helps me enjoy the movie a lot more. And that's what drove me to do reviews for movies, because I actually slowly started to enjoy and love movies a lot more, and understood why. Yes, it's not just yes. Basically, the big reason why companies do it is big movie studios do it is to milk out and get much cash out of the franchise they can get. But um but as I realized, as digging into the movies, learn the whole franchise and whatever, there's group of fans that love certain things, and by like Marvel, DC, they love, even though they know the studio's like milking it and doing what they want to do, and fans know that's not right, but they still enjoy it because that's what they love. And when my mom does that to me, I'm like, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. And even though I'm slowly trying to get her there, and I think I'm close to completely getting her there, I basically ripped that out. Excitement. That's why I said it's a switcheroo when she was hearing me watching the Pope's Exorcist trailer, and I'm like, and I'm like, and realizing I felt bad. I felt bad. I felt like a total hypocrite because I basically did that to her, and I felt bad. But when I did a review for the trailer, I basically explained all that as I just explained it again. That I knew I was gonna eat my own words to a certain point. Was I right? Was everybody right? Is this just another Exorcist movie? Yes. But it's not. Is it a true story? No. It's just another random, somebody wrote another movie script for another Exorcist movie, like Pray for the Devil. That was just another random Exorcist story that had no point of existing to be out there except to show women can be strong and not weak, and not be a victim, not be a prey to something that's evil. Which I got when I first watched that trailer, but when I kept watching it, it actually sucked me in. I actually went to the theater and I enjoyed it. I actually liked it. I actually bought the movie because I liked it. Because I actually saw the message that it was sending. It wasn't just women being a strong type character, and feminism not being weak and showing that they're being strong, but it had a good story plot along with it. I'm more into the ride of the story plot and a little bit of the message. Not much of the message. Most of the time I am just for the message, or just for the story plot, or just for both. But for the Pope's Exorcist, story could have been better, second of all. It was the Pope that, not the Pope, but the father, the priest that was our main character, was based on a real person, a real priest. And that is actually what drove me to want to watch this film. Not just that, not just learning that it was based that the priest character was actually based on a real priest. But as I do, I drove into I look in every angle, every direction of what the movie is directly doing. What's the whole thing? I look into the studio, most of the story plot. I watch the trailer over and over as much as I can to even learn more about the movie than what the trailer shows. So when I actually came across a video of uh, Russell Crowe, forgive me for not perfectly saying his name right, but Russell Crowe talking about how much he actually understood the church and stuff, because he actually does that and not actually be like a father priest, but like he helps, he does church things. He actually goes to church. He knows the Bible, I think by heart. I think he said by heart. But all I do remember is he said he goes to church. He knows the Bible. He's a very he's a churchful guy, but not like a Bible thumper type churchy guy. But and when he said that, when I actually found out from his words, his mouth, that the priest that he's playing is actually based on a real priest. And when I actually found some videos of the priest, I was actually shocked, because he did say that he went to meet the guy, and the shit that he did in the movie, that's actually what the priest would do in real life. And I'm like, wow. And actually watching those videos and actually seeing, even though he was like old and stuff, and I think I actually came across when he was younger, I was actually shocked, because I never knew a exact priest to do that shit. So, which that's actually what made me relate to the movie a lot more, is actually seeing him more laid back and shit. Um, uh, and also, so yeah, also Kurt Russell. I like Kurt Russell's movies, most of them. Did not like how he was in Thor. But how he was in this, I think without Kurt Russell and the priest as their main character, the story plot would have sucked. It would have flopped in the box office. It would have been terrible, so on. But Kurt Russell, the character that he was playing, the priest, totally made the movie for me. Like, as everybody was saying in each of their review. So it made me feel a lot. It actually, including not just his character, but another priest, Father Escobar. Forgive me for not saying that right, but the second father, the second priest, that was with Kurt Russell's priest throughout the film, that was trying to stop the demon that was inside the little boy, and then at the end went to Russell Crowe's character, which explaining both when they explained both of their defaults, their negatives, and then hearing on the side of hearing their positives about their characters, it was more human like and more me actually loving the film that way, because that's what makes me love the film, because it's not just two priests perfectly. No, you got two priests that has fucking weight banging on them, and they want to be free of it, and it. Russell Crowe's priest, as he explained, he went through hell, the war, um, losing losing a victim, and not actually believing that there was evil, and he thought she was just sick, as the church made him thought. Yeah, which actually that's what the beginning of this movie halfly explained. But where he just thought she was sick and she didn't need a actual exorcism, and he failed. So there was that way too. And as he was explaining all of that baggage he was carrying out through those years, it was. I actually started to cry, because it was human like. It was understandable, because going through shit like that, it's relatable. It's humanism, and it's not just and it's not like, oh, I had this shit happen to me, but since I'm a priest now, I let that all go, and now I'm holy. No, it actually stuck with them, as a human person would have that, and not just Russell Crowe's character, but also the second priest. He loved God, he loved his job, but he also loved this woman, and he does go, and even though he made the vow completely, he still goes home to her, acting like he did not take the job, and they basically make sweet fucking love. And as that goes on, he explains that's his sin. He feels bad because he's not just lying to his job, he is also lying to his woman, and he loves both, but he could not. And he said there would not be, if he had another chance to make that decision again, to make the vow or to choose her, because she had him to it's her over his job. And he basically told her that he'd choose her over the job, and he's basically still doing both. He's carrying both. He made the vow and making sweet love to her, and he keeps her in his arms. But and he said he could go back to that day when he made the vow to God, to our great Father. Would he make the vow again or choose her? He said he would not even hesitate to make the vow again, to choose the church vow, the job, over her. That he would choose the job again over her any day. Even though he still knows there's a certain part of him that still loves her. That's what I also liked about the second priest, because he was also relatable. He wasn't just a side character. He wasn't just a sidekick. Even though at times he kind of felt like one. In the beginning, he felt like one. Um, he was a human, relatable character. And even though I know what these movies do that to get you sucked into those, but it's worth it because it's what makes the movie great. And honestly, I know everybody has their own fucking different opinions, and that's what I learned about the movie industry. That fans on the side of studios making money off of the films that people love. There are gonna be others that you're gonna be friends with, and your friends have one opinion and you have your own. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you your own fucking person. Like Five Nights at Freddy, one person may think it should be a rated R, the movie should be a rated R, and one person thinks, oh, it's completely fine. It's it's fine PG-13. It should be PG-13 anyway. I mean, children plays the games. Um, but basically, and the storyline plot wise, you got this kid you got this broken family, the mother, the son, the daughter, um, the teenage daughter who likes to smoke, rebellion against her mother when she can because they're a broken family. The boy hasn't spoke in a year, for 1 year, and the mother is grieving the way as possible, but try not to grieve right in front of her kids, because all three of them trauma is that the mother lost her husband, the daughter lost her father, and so did the son. The son lost his dad, the same father. So, but the son had it worse, and this is what I also connected with. I connected with the son. I connected with the boy. As I always do, I connect with the victim. That the boy saw his dad got killed. He was actually there. His dad, the dad died, and he was in a car back seat, and he actually saw his dad. You don't actually see in the movie. They give you a real quick glance of the kid sitting in the back seat, and the dad's head gets freaking, like, back of the head. You actually see a crowbar, or not a crowbar, but like a certain type of bar smashed in through the windshield, the front of the car's window, and through the dad's skull. And the kid is just looking at it, frozen, not panicking, but like panicking in his head, but frozen. And honestly, as I have daddy problems, not really dead daddy problems, but I could relate not wanting to talk for a year to have a problem with a broken family issue. And it's dramatizing, but I also liked how it brought the family more closer together, as every horror movie does. I mean, let's face it, it's not just another same fucking boring, run-to-the-mill, cash grab, exorcism movie. It's another fucking run-to-the-mill, cash and grab horror movie as well, because it's the same story plot for any horror movie as well. Something happens to his family. Somebody steps in, saves the day, and the trauma of that outweighs the trauma that the family was first going through anyway. So, and the trauma of what they were now going through brought them closer than ever. So that's another thing to look at as a negative of what the story plot was giving. But it's relatable. You can't really say the movie's not really relatable, even though it's basically like that in every horror film. With the family you got as also your main characters, but for me, knowing that the priest Kurt Russell, Kurt Russell, Russell Crowe is playing, that's more relatable than anything. So, how will I rate this movie? 4 stars. I will rate this movie 4 stars, only because of the acting of Russell Crowe. Or Kurt Russell. What? I know either other way I'm saying his name wrong, so. The action of this movie, since it's a horror movie, not really a superhero movie, not really none. Unless you count as the shit going on as action. 3 stars. Blood-wise, horrorism, the horror side of the movie, 4 stars. 4. Story plot wise, it's basically story. How I would rate the story, 2 stars. I will give it 2 stars. Is it worth the buy? For me, at least. If you love the film like I did to a certain extent, to a certain point, if you magically liked the film, and to you, if you find it worthy to buy like I did, then buy it. Fuck, to a certain extent, to a certain point, I even liked it to a certain point where I want to buy it when it comes out to buy. If you just find it rentable, cool, just rent it. If you just find it as a piece of shit thing that's not even worth the watch, that's you. That's also there's that option too. So but 2 stars for story, 4 stars for horror, 3 for action, and acting wise, 4 stars. And also the part of the story is where you got the priest explaining to the church, asking questions, not really explaining, but like asking the church, that isn't that why we do what we do? Isn't that why we tell people when they come to church that evil exists? Because Russell Crowe's character, the priest, asks, he gets in trouble and he goes up to the church board, and one of the board members says evil does not exist, and Russell Crowe's priest character, that's actually based on a real priest, once again I have to throw out there, or at least I feel like I have to throw out there, um, stands up, have a pair of kahunas, and stands up right in front of the whole board, even though one board member is actually on his side, compared to four of those board members. And one of them says evil does not exist. Then Russell Crowe's character, he's like, if we don't, if you guys don't, this is a question to, Father himself, not you guys, but you. If evil does not exist, then why do we throw it out there when people come to church? Why do we drill it so much? Why do we have it in the Bible that to make people afraid of evil? If evil does not exist. And which I'm like, that's a good fucking question. I'm like, damn. I'm like, God, this is my favorite part. I'm like, through the whole damn movie, this right here is my favorite part. Because I'm like, I'm like, I don't think I have not seen a priest in a horror movie, hell, in real life, that actually does this. I'm like, this is a good fucking question. This is somebody that I can stand by and say, hell, yeah. If evil does not exist, then why should we be afraid of our own actions? What's the whole point of, which, for me, myself, am I a church person? No. But do I believe in good and evil? God and the devil. The Father. The brother. Yes, I do. Strongly, I do. That's why I enjoy horror movies a lot more, because I actually do believe. And honestly, do I really ignore Lucifer? Do I ignore Samael, the Lightbringer, Lucifer, the devil, many names he goes by? No. To a certain point, I appreciate of what the shit he does. Because, to me, I feel like if he is also the type of person that the type of character that helps us go on the path, helps us on the side of God, our Father, and also Jesus and the angels, helps us become the best person we want to be, the best person we want to become. And I truly feel like, and I know a whole lot of people won't agree with me, but hey, if that's you, that's fine. This is my beliefs and the way I'm going with my life, is that I went through hell. I had my ups and downs. Do I think our great Father, Jesus Christ, angels, to help me see the light? Yes. But do I also think Samael, the Lightbringer, Lucifer, the devil, yeah, our brother? Yes, I do. Because the fallen angel, the king of hell, the basically, I don't know how to put it except something, many names. The uh, I do thank him as well. I do send my prayers to him as well, because he also helps us become a better person or a worse person. Because, in a way, on the side of up above, down there, can help us become the best part of ourselves or the worst part of ourselves. That's why. But other than that, my favorite part of this Pulp's Exorcist would be where Kurt Russell Crowe, whatever, Russell Crowe is in character. The priest is in the meeting that he is forced to be in, that he really doesn't give a fucking fly a fuck about. That since he's in trouble with the church, and you got the board members, and that scene is my favorite scene, and I actually like it at the end, because he's like, how why am I in trouble now? What lecture do I have to go through now with him? And the Pope is like, oh no, he's gone now. I mean, I can't remember what the Pope said, that what state he is in now, and the priest, he Russell Crowe, he's like, oh really? Oh, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this lecture. But basically, out of this whole long, I really found it pointless review of me rambling on and rambling on with so many different directions of what this review should have been about. Do I find it worth the buy? Yes, I do. You make your own decision. You find your own beliefs in this movie. This movie will have you have a certain type of a belief. Now, me, did I get my belief, the way I believe from this movie? No, I had it long before I watched this movie. But this movie will have you have a certain type of belief. And I do want you guys to go into this movie not just with a certain belief, but also with a certain respect of what Russell Crowe, the character that he is playing, that is not just a character, but it is based on a real priest. Even though the script, the story of the movie isn't one of the things the priest actually went through. Basically, another Conjuring movie, even though it's not set in the Conjuring movie. It's still something to respect. To a certain point. But if you don't feel that way, that's your problem. If you don't see it the way I see it, that's fine. That's you. That's your problem. Not mine. If you guys saw Pulp's Exorcist, comment down below. What did you guys think about it? What was your favorite part? What was your favorite line in the movie? Basically, my favorite line was basically in that scene that I liked, that I described. What was your favorite part in the movie? It is your favorite part also with your favorite line? Is it is your favorite line in a different scene, and is your favorite part in the movie a different scene. How did you feel about this movie? What's your beliefs on faith and shit? So yeah, have a nice day or night whenever you're watching us. Be prepared to, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, keep a weather eye out on another movie post, because I kind of post a bunch of shit every day, almost every day. I try to do every day, like my uncle does, on Facebook and Instagram. If you guys follow me, if you are a newcomer on my YouTube page, welcome. If you're not a newcomer on my YouTube channel, welcome back. I'm glad that you came back. If you're a newcomer, I'm glad you came. But before you leave, newcomer, please hit that follow, subscribe button, that like button, and also do not leave a comment down below. And also, if you want to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, like most of my subscribers that I already have probably do, then go right ahead. I welcome every new follower on my Facebook and Instagram, as long as you guys text me first, saying, and if I get the message, but yeah, have a nice day or night whenever you're watching us. Peace.